In the 450 division, finishing third for KTM Red Bull, Marvin Musquin. And in second, riding for Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, Jason Anderson. And your winner, riding for Monster Energy Kawasaki, please put your hands together for Eli Tomac. Marvin, earlier today in qualifying, the track seemed pretty packed, and you guys were all pretty aggressive. And at night, it seemed a little looser, loamier. Can you kind of take us through that transition, and if that was just something that kind of noticed being out there, if you actually felt that on the bike?
Well, St. Louis always had that really good dirt, little orange dirt. It's awesome. I mean, and the track guy, they did a great job, getting the track fixed, a couple of times, and. Yeah, it was definitely a good day, and enjoyed it a lot riding on with that dirt. Track was definitely tough during the main. Made it like the whoops were like really chewed out, and we were able to jump through it, and the rest was like pretty rutted, and some kickers out there, and it's good to be safe after after a main like that, and a track like that. So I'm glad I'm here on third on the podium.
Jason, congratulations. And, I know you're managing a championship right now, but you also have personal goals, races you want to win. And how hard is that management when you're behind Eli in the early laps and you're wanting to win, but you're also having to kind of maintain something?
Yeah, for sure. I just I really want to win some races before the season's over. I don't want to just I don't want it in my head to manage it at all. But tonight, I started out second right behind Eli, and he had some of those sections, like some of like that triple in the back and stuff like that he was nailing every lap, and he was nailing that quad and turn and 3 over, and I honestly just didn't have it in me, and I felt like if I kept trying to do some of those lines that it could bite me, and this is one of those times to where sometimes you have to swallow your pride a little bit, but at the same time Eli was just savage. He was crushing us. So hopefully come back next weekend and battle for that win again.
Eli, congratulations. In the heat race, you kind of made some moves early and then got a little stuck there in third and didn't really seem to find your rhythm fully. But in the main event, it was something completely different. Was that just the result of being out front, having that clear track early, or was there some things maybe you found in between the heat and the main?
Yeah, it didn't change anything, or it was just starting out front. It's amazing what clean air can do sometimes, and felt like that's where I kind of should have been, all day, and we brought it to the main. So it was a fun track. The dirt was is I think the best on the circuit. So just had a good time on my dirt bike tonight.
Jim Hawley, Race Day Live. Eli, I want to congratulate you on your 18th career win, and also Kawasaki's 150th win in Supercross. That's courtesy of Ben Bridges. I want to ask you, talk about that clean air. Before the starting line drops, do you say in your mind, like, hey, if I get the hole set, I'm going to pull the trigger and I'm doing that quad into that corner? Because that's where you gapped Jason right away. You had a big lead already if you did that.
Yeah, I mean, you try to do your best to visualize that, and that just comes with confidence and just how kind of the day goes. So, you want to go in there with a level head, but at the same time, you want to visualize yourself going in there first. So, I just was feeling it, and then I knew if you did get those those combos, you could make a little break like that. So, it ended up happening.
Steve Giberson, Vital MX. Eli, it looked like you even added in some little sections, that triple coming back where you met up with the first turn, adding things in the main event.
Yeah, I did it, once or twice in the heat, but had a nice little rut for the main, so it was just a little triple, but it ended up being pretty fun, and it it was a good spot to make up some time. So, it was a good one to get.
Dark Side Moto X Pod Show. So yeah, it seems like this track was one of the better tracks. Had a lot of options through the rhythm sections. So does that make a night of racing better for you? You like that when there's that many more options and it just keeps you more motivated for any one of you guys.
Yeah, I mean, there's places to make up time, and it makes the track technical. You know, I was doing the triple maybe the first half of the race, but then went away from it just because that, you know, the rock gets blown out, and you know, you can only do it for so long. So it is good when you have those, you know, there to do, or when you can pull those. It's good.
Yeah, the track tonight was it was tacky. You know, it's the best dirt on the circuit, but the way it was built this weekend, I feel like the sizing was like off a little bit, and a lot of the jumps were either big or like even the quad or whatever. I went to go table single even in the first lap of the main event, and I cased the crap out of the table single part. It was just odd, but yeah, track was awesome, but it broke down. It was probably one of the most broke down tracks we've ridden all year. Even, yeah.
Michael Antonovich with Transworld Motocross. For you guys, this is your 11th straight week of racing. I know a lot of guys get to this point in the year where we're still a little bit away from a break and they're ready for some time off to regroup or recover. But for you three, you're kind of in the swing of things right now. How do you feel as we start winding the season down?
Go for it. Yeah, so we racing 11 weekends in a row is pretty gnarly, and I think that's the hardest part about the 450 class, and I think that's why you know, like us three, we're on the podium quite a bit, and I think that's the hardest thing to do is be solid every weekend. So for us, we just or for me, I'm just trying to, you know, just keep it light, but you know, I still want to be the same guy every weekend, and it's a tough thing to do. And you know, it's my 4th year in the 450 class, and it hasn't came easy, you know. And I've been at this point of the year sometimes where I just do not want to ride my dirt bike, but at the same time, you know, I feel like we live and we learn, and we just keep our heads down more and more from year to year, and just try and get better and try and achieve our goals.
Yeah, definitely racing every single weekend is tough, but we're used to it now. And for my 3rd year on the 450, I know I know what to expect, and we have a good program, and we actually always have a good time during the week with the boys in Florida, and I think that helps. You know, it's obviously not every day it's great. You have tough days, but I feel like we try to enjoy it you know, as much as we can. Obviously on the weekend when you're on the podium or something like that, it helps, you know, keep on going. And anyway, we give our best every time. So we get to do that, you know, for a living. And at the end of the day, you know, it's you know, racing that championship is pretty amazing. So it's a great championship. Just one weekend off, but like I said, we're used to it, and we just race every weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should just race every week and then just give our weekend off before outdoors. Then we get another weekend.
I agree with that.
I mean, what's one weekend off at round 13?
Seriously.
Just go all the way.
All right.
Yeah.
One more question for Marvin and Jason. You guys both came in this year on a brand new bike. I know that there was a lot of development in that thing from, you know, the midway part of last year to now. Are you still learning a lot about that thing now, or is everything figured out and you just have a baseline setting you come in each week with?
For me, I feel like I'm always trying to be better, but sometimes I feel like with the new bike and everything, you don't know how it is from track to track, and but at the same time, I feel like our bike, the way it is, like the new bike is pretty solid all around, that you can't really be too wrong on a lot of things. But there's a couple weekends, you know, like Daytona last weekend, I don't feel like I made the best decisions. But then I had a good base setting, and I just went back to that this weekend and felt a little bit better, but still got smoked, so I need to keep working.
To be honest, we keep trying things every time. There's the team has been working hard, and the guys WP2, and they have ideas, you know, every time. So I like to try and see how it feels, and every weekend the tracks are different. Sometimes it's really hard pack, and this weekend was really tacky, so it makes a difference on the feel of the bike. So it's been some days where I was struggling, but I've been doing better at the main. We always make the right decision for the main, and so it's been good.
Thank you, guys.